Hello and welcome to Tabletop, and today I will show you the second game of the campaign that we started. I'm playing the Chaos Fleet, and today I have the mission. It is called Planetary Defenses, so I have to protect a planet from being taken from the Blood Angels, assisted by Admech. We're playing a 3-man game. It is 1 versus 2. Simply because we wanted to, and I will show you. This one will be very spicy. So let me go into the game, and yeah, we will definitely see some solar flares today. Let me show you the forces. So it is the Blood Angels. They want to claim a system. So in our campaign we have 5 players. It is Jan, the Blood Angels player, then it is me with the Chaos Undivided, then it is Jürgen with another Chaos fleet, and then we have Troll with his Admech fleet, and we have also an Imperial fleet fielded by Mark. And today, as you can see, this is my planet. They have to reach this bad boy. I could spend 1/3 of my points for Planetary Defenses. I will fill you in a second. Then, as you can see, a bunch of asteroid fields, and then I bought also minefields, but I will come to that in a second. So let's start at the beginning. Yes, so I printed out some sheets. I mean, I have the fleet book, but sometimes it's good to have them printed out, and I brought some fire ships. These cost just 10 points, and they are pretty slow. They can turn 45 degrees, and then you can bring them where you need them, and then you can detonate them, and they will do 3d6 centimeters is the circumference, and then they will inflict d3 fire critical hits, which is pretty nice. Then I bring an orbital weapons platform for 30 points. This one has a weapon battery. Then I bring the orbital dock for 90 points. This one is really cool. You get fighters and bombers, and that's good. And what I read a few minutes ago, if you're shooting at the enemy with your ordnance, and he's using his turrets, he can just choose to shoot on torpedoes, or maybe bombers and fighters and Dreadclaws and stuff like that. He cannot do both. So maybe you can overwhelm his defense system. And as you can see here, I buy a minefield or 2 minefields for 40 points. And in 30 centimeters, then if a bigger ship should cross that, a mine will emerge. And then defense laser silo. I got, I think, also 2 of... No, I bought a missile silo for lower orbit. So these are my ships. We're playing... Let me show you. We're playing... we're playing around 840 points. It is a big battle, and I get 70 points more for the defenses, and I can put 1/3 of my points into Planetary Defenses. So these guys should be around 650 points roughly, because on my sticks I have Chaos Space Marines, and they give me +1 morale, and also they give me bonuses on boarding. And then I have 2 murder class ships, and they have prow lance batteries right here, 2, and then they have weapon batteries, 10 on each side. And this guy, the sticks, has port launch base, and then he has also dorsal lances too, and a prow weapons battery. So big bad boy, this one. As you can see, here are my ships, the leadership and the hit points, and again, here's the fire ship. Yeah, 10 points, really cheap, really cool. And these ones will be my fire ships. As you can see here, we have at our local game store a few ships. This one is the Event Horizon, and this one is a beautiful transport ship, and this one is a cool fire ship, and I will use these as my fire ships, yeah, my dynamite truck. And I think this will be the docking bay. Orbital defense platforms again here. Yeah, I think should some bigger ship come within the reach of 30 centimeters on a 5 and on a 6, I think a mine will go out and maybe hunt that thing, and then when it explodes it makes a big boom boom. We'll see later. So here is my second minefield. I can place them, and so I'm set up really good. I need to put my planetary defenses within 15 centimeters of the planet, and they are. And as you can see, this is a game setup, not yet fully, like the ships will be put in a second behind the orbit, but this is what we have on the table. Then Admech brings, let me see, one is the Tyrant and 2 light cruisers. I think this one is the Tyrant, and here we have 2 light cruisers, and the Tyrant has the dreaded Nova Cannon, and then I think it has some weapons batteries on the side and a lance on the top, if I recall it right. And here are the Space Marines, and the Space Marines, they are armored 6 all around, so they are pretty tough. And they have also weapon batteries, I think, and then they have bombardment cannons. I'm not sure where they have it, I think in the front. And the bombardment cannons, they have short reach, only 30 centimeters, but they hit on a 4 and they crit on a 4. And should these guys board you, they have high morale, and they have of course Space Marines on the ship, so they will hit hard. So I place everything within 15 centimeters of the planet. As you can see, I'm hiding my ships behind the planet, out of sight, out of reach, and in cover, I would say. And my orders were to fire at long distance and let the enemy come, whittle them down, and then finish them once they are in reach. So my fire ships are in place, and here are my 2 murder claws and my sticks. So I think you can also fly through or above or below the planet. You can just not stand on the planet, and should you place it, I guess, within the atmosphere, you're kind of covered up, or you're within the planet. I don't know yet how it works, but we will see later. So what's gonna happen? So as you can see, it's pretty dense terrain today, and I kind of, yeah, maybe I should have placed this minefield a bit here and forced them through the middle. But yeah, that's like my maybe deployment mistakes of the minefield, because now they will choose not to go through this corridor, and now they will sneak around here. And yeah, my mistake, and that's not where I've put all my planetary defenses. I maybe should have taken one of these or one of these and put it down here, but yeah. So Admech and Blood Angels are setting up the game, and of course they are planning to assault my planet, and they bring 4 ships. And if these ships land, they get for each ship 2 points if it lands on a planet. And I think on 6 points, 6 to 10 points, they it's a victory, and they claim the system. As you can see here, these are the cruisers, the strike cruisers from Troll. Beautiful leadership and beautiful cards. And here are my order dice. I made these are 3D printed, and then I think I primed them metallic, or I dry brushed them metallic, and then I went over them with some speed paints from Army Painter. They're beautiful, I love them. So yeah, this bad boy with a Nova Cannon. So they have deployed the good side, I would say, and they are now ready to rock. And we are now, because we are fighting in lower orbit, we have now effects. And what effect we have? We have the solar flare. So roll a d6 at the start of each turn. If more than one flare was generated as part of the celestial phenomenon, roll d6 per flare generated. On a roll of a 6, a flare occurs. So at the start of each turn, okay. So one, and then one will manifest it once per game. And we didn't read this once per game, so we kinda just forgot about it. And so at the start of this turn, we will roll for a solar flare, and it's turn 1, and I roll a 6. And so it comes into play, but this would be like the first and the last time. It occurs only once, but we skipped that part. So every ship on the whole map gets now hit, and of course everything has shields, so all of our shields gets hit, but if you're in contact with the blast markers you have no shields. So should further hits now come into play, some of these ships, this guy and this one, I think these ones have just one shield, so, and one hit point, so they would die, but we'll see. But we're all slowed down because like everybody's now in contact with a blast marker, so everybody is 5 centimeters slower. And I start the game. I start the game because I want to kind of see where I can go, so I move just I guess maybe 12.5 centimeters with each ship, so very, very slow. And I'm just taking it very slowly. So I'm putting out the ordnance, which is really cool. Like I'm using this one, and as you can see, I'm mixing fighters and bombers. So should the bombers get intercepted, the fighters can't fight a bit. And yeah, I'm putting out a bunch of ordnance. I don't know if it's too early, but I want to see what happens. And I'm putting out Dreadclaws, and these guys can try to hit and run attack, and if they hit and run attack, they get through the turrets of the enemy ship, then they critically hit. But I was told that it's better, like if the ship is full HP, it's maybe better to send bombers to do damage, because these don't do damage, they do just critical hits. So should I roll on the enemy ship what's happening, then they will crit, they will maybe cripple the engine, or maybe put out some fires. And at the end of the turn, or at the end of each turn in the end phase, for each health point you have, you can take a dice. So this ship has 8 health points, so I could take 8 dice, and on a 6-up you repair the critical damage. So these guys maybe just when the enemy is already dying, because if you're in contact with a blast marker or you have already taken damage, then that gets halved. So then you go from 8 to 4 dice, and then you need to roll 6s because you're overwhelmed with other things. So they are starting now, and Dreadclaws and fighters fly 30 centimeters in the ordnance phase, and they are pretty fast, and bombers only fly 20. And if something flies with the bombers, you have to slow down and go with 20. So now the Blood Angels are moving, and they try all ahead full. So they go, I don't know, a bunch, you will see in a second. And these guys move up slowly, and the Nova Cannon can fire 150 centimeters, so it's pretty large, pretty wide distance. But for each, let's say 30 centimeters, 60 centimeters, 90 centimeters, you get a different scatter dice. So I think he's aiming at my space station. Yeah, he's aiming at this one. And now we'll see what will happen. And so as you can see, With 3 scatter dice, it scatters in this direction 14 centimeters, and sadly it hits this wave and they're gone. So not bad. Then the Space Marine player sends his Thunderhawk, not yet painted, but he's working on it. So they fly 20 centimeters, and the Thunderhawks are really badass because they are resilient, I think that's called, and should they fight against enemy ordnance on a 4-up, they will stay in play, and you will see how that will work out. So my Dreadclaws moving, I'm trying to board and destroy the enemy ships that want to land on my planet, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So everything is going in that direction, and it is turn 2. And we roll again for a solar flare, and this is a solar flare because we didn't realize that it can hit only once, and this is a 6. And so everything gets hit again by a solar flare, and now bad things start to happen because this ship has just 1 shield and 1 HP, my fire ship. Now it takes a hit, and it takes a critical hit, and because it has just 1 HP and no shield, my fire ships just die. So I lose 3 fire ships before they are activated, and they're gone. So we're playing it wrong, and I have also a bit of bad luck, but it is the scenario, like we're learning the game. I guess in future games we'll do it right, and for this time I lost 3 fire ships, and that's it. So everything gets hit again, as you can see everywhere blast markers, but it allows me to move slowly. I reload the ordnance on this bad boy, and I'm trying to move the fire ship towards the enemy, and as you can see now I'm flying with my ordnance past my minefields, yeah, towards the enemy escorts. But the Thunderhawks are also trying to intercept my Dreadclaws, and as you can see also these ships are a bit yeah, how do you say, inhibited by the solar flares, and this is how the mission looks. And maybe if I would have been a bit clever, I would have sent these ships around here, because my Dreadclaws and fighters are faster than the Thunderhawks. The Thunderhawks are only 20 centimeters, and my ordnance right now flies, I guess, 30 centimeters, so I could have outmaneuvered him. But again, this is the second game I play with ordnance, and yeah, I'm trying to get him in here. And as you can see, we're flying around and having a lot of fun. Now these guys move, and we forgot that you have to roll a secret subplot at the beginning, and now in turn 2 we're rolling for a secret subplot, and I roll mine, and I roll a 6 and a 1, and it's surprise attack, and there are no additional victory conditions. If you can win, then your cunning strategy will be praised across the sector. If you fail, you will be condemned for your hastiness and poor thought out plan. So if I can win this game, I get +2 renown. If I lose it, I get -2. And also Admech gets these escorts for the secret subplot, and I don't know what's up with them, but we will see later. So Admech now gets a few more points, and I think they have weapons batteries on the sides. I think they can put out 4 shots each, so that's 16 shots of weapon batteries. So the Blood Angels again, all I had full. No, they reload ordnance, that's what I think, that's what they do. So they reload ordnance, and now they're getting close, but they're kind of afraid of my lances. And yeah, we're kind of playing it slow, and I think the Nova Cannon will shoot again. The escorts start moving towards my planet, and we'll see what happens. It looks definitely epic, so 2 solar flare is pretty epic. And as you can see, I left kind of this spot and this spot open, and maybe I should have put some of the mines maybe down here, like a mistake. So the Nova Cannon gets to shoot again. I don't brace. I would say because bracing is for pussies, but that's not the case. I thought, man, let him just hit me, because with 3 scatter dice it can scatter, but on a 1 and on a 6 you're hitting, and then I just take it, because if I start to brace right now, I don't know what am I gonna do. But maybe in this case I could have braced. Well, I don't brace, I get hit, and so it hits me. I think he rolls, I would say 3 hits, or maybe he rolls, yeah. So he gets off 2 shields, and then I lose 1 wound, and the Hades again takes a bit of damage. But what can you do? And then we're in the ordnance phase, and I think they move first. And what now happens is his Thunderhawks get into contact with my ordnance, and now my fighters fight against his Thunderhawks. So both get removed, but because these are resilient, on a 4-up they will stay in game and fight the next ordnance that they are in contact with, so the Dreadclaws. And luckily he doesn't roll a 4. Does he roll a 4? Yeah, he rolls a 4, as you can see here, and then he removes them 2, which is, I don't know, pretty strong. Thunderhawks is good. So with these ones, I think he moves his Thunderhawks in this direction, so my fighters kill the Thunderhawks. The Thunderhawks try to be resilient, and I think he fails the 4-up, or does he not? No, yeah, he misses the 4-up, so he gets a 1 or 3, so this Dreadclaws stay in game. And then with these guys he tries to reach them, but he can't, so it is pretty close. And you might be wondering, why are the minefields not triggering? I think the minefields are just triggered by cruisers, not by smaller ships. And if a cruiser would come in my ordnance phase, or in my ordnance phase within 30 centimeters, then on a 5 and on a 6-up you would release a mine, and then if the mine can hit the ship, you can do d6 damage, I guess, and if the turret's destroyed, it still does, I think, d3 damage, something like that. I need to reread that. So, and again, ordnance flying, I'm moving towards the enemy, trying to overwhelm it, and that's kind of what I did. I overwhelmed it, but the Thunderhawks are really strong. But these can also shoot at the ordnance, but only hitting it on 6s. So now here we are, turn 3, and we're rolling still for solar flares, and we shouldn't, but we do. And again, it's a 6, and everything gets hit by a solar flare. And the sad part is also my ordnance gets hit by a solar flare, and they just die, the ones that are here. So it's kind of a mistake what we're doing, and I'm taking more damage than I should. So this game is already not going in my favor. And yeah, it gets skewed a bit more, but we're playing it out. So the Hades, because it is in base contact with 2 markers, it has no shields, it just takes a hit from the solar flare, and also my beautiful ordnance gets discarded, which is kind of stupid, but yeah, it looks epic. That's the one mistake you just do one time. So everything's burning, but I don't care. Like the honey badger, I put out ordnance again. The Styx is really brutal. It has 2 launch bays, 1 port and 1 starboard, and it can put out 3 squadrons, and I split them into 3. So you could put out 1 blob and a second blob, but I split them into 3. You could also split them further, but that's what I do. And now we're ready to rock. Again, ordnance still flying, and let me see what's happening. one reaches this extremis, and on a 4-up you would hit and it's called hit and run, and on a 4-up you would destroy it. But because my ship has Chaos Space Marines, also my attack boats have Chaos Space Marines, and I get +1, so on a 3-up this ship is destroyed, and I roll a 2. And what can I say? It's pretty poor, so I make a bombing run with my fighters, and I think on 4-ups, or 5-ups, it just needs 1, and then it's dead. And this is what I roll. I roll this. Nothing I can do. So the Nova cannon is again shooting at my ship. I don't brace again. Luckily it scatters, and it scatters a lot, and as you can see this is like 7 centimeters, and it hits here where there's nothing. It hits here. So now my Dreadclaws, I really love them, closing in on the enemy ships, and it's now turn 4. My ships are now moving along, and I could have chosen to bring them towards the lower end of the table to face the Blood Angels, but I'm going towards the middle of the board, and as you can see, ready to shoot again Ordnance. The bombing ship is going down towards the enemy Space Marines, and now this is how the game looks like right now. Here Ordnance flying towards these ships, Admech ships hiding behind line of sight blocking asteroids, and also these guys bunched up so they can protect themselves with shared turrets to a maximum of a 3+. But as you can see, I don't have line of sight right here. I cannot see them, and here I can go right towards this middle and maybe come around, or maybe face them frontally, but I'm sending my bombing ship, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But now these ships are bracing, and they get shot at, I think, by my ships, and so I'm shooting, putting out my lances on these ships, and then also my Dreadclaws are closing in. And this time I'm pretty lucky, even though they braced, and this guy gets in, they braced, and yeah, I'm enjoying the Ordnance game. What can I say? It's like really funny. And here I get also into the bombers, and I think, yeah, on a 4-up with his 2 turrets, he has 2 turrets. They are not clustered together, or they would land. This guy has 2 turrets to shoot to Ordnance. If they would be squadroned base to base, then they would land 1 turret, 2 turrets to this one, and he needs a 4-up to kill my Ordnance, and he rolled 2 6s. What can I say? Yeah, they are gone, and as you can see, I'm just pumping out more Ordnance, and they are going then all ahead full, and now it's the turn of Blood Angels and Admech, and as you can see, they are coming around here. And what's gonna happen? Now the Nova Cannon is trying to hit my ship in the middle. I kind of knew that, but yeah, what can you say? He hits it. No, he wants to hit it, but again, luckily it scatters a lot, I think, and doesn't hit anything. And then the Blood Angels put out their ordnance, their fighters, and now I'm bracing with my Magnus. As you can see, he shoots at it, but I think he rolls poorly, and that's pretty good. And here's my fire ship. I'm trying to put them right here, and then I will cause some crits. And also, as you can see, I'm putting some Dreadclaws in this direction. He's shooting at the ship with his bombardment cannon, but he has so much firepower that he manages to kill it. I have 2 turrets. I think I delete 2 of them. No, not even that. Like on a 4-up, on 50%, I will kill those, and I roll a 1 and a 2. I mean, it's documented here. Yeah, I'm rolling poorly. But now I'm attacking the last vessel that has to land. And it's turn 5. I do not quite reach it, as you can see. Not making it. And now it is... yeah, what's gonna happen? This ship is braced. But now it's my turn. I reload the ordnance with this ship. As you can see, I put down the dice. It says it's reloaded. And then I put on a lock on target with this one. So I'm not now able to shoot at these ships, at this ship, or at this ship. And what am I gonna do? So I'm not engaging with these ones. I'm thinking maybe I can fly around here and just engage these guys. But yeah, I wasn't sure if it's clever to get these guys in the rear. Maybe a big mistake. But again, as you can see, I'm covering my ass with these guys. And I have also some of the defenses that can now shoot, because we're now within 60 centimeters or 30 centimeters. And as you can see, I take down a couple of shields, and then my ordnance hopefully takes care of some of that things. And now I start to shoot at this big ship with the lances. And now these guns close in and destroy it, and this one close in on the escorts and destroy also one. So pretty good turn. And now these guys close in, and because they are base to base, they land now one turret to this guy, and I think they have 2 or 3 turrets, 4 turrets, and let me see. Yeah, I don't know if this is the strike cruiser. How many turrets do they have? I can't see it. But yeah, he rolls poorly, and so my Dreadclaws hit. This ship is again on fire. No, it's the end phase. I think I crit here and do a bunch of fires, and the end phase. This ship, as you can see, has 1, 2, 3, 7 hit points, so you halve it. I don't know if it's rounded up, but you take 4 dices, or maybe you can even take 7 dices, and on a 6 up I will heal or extinguish the fire, so fire is gone. Here's the 6 I needed. And yeah, now it is the turn of Admech and Blood Angels, and this is maybe where it goes downhill, because now I have these guys in my back, in my rear, and maybe you shouldn't allow that. But again, I'm a young and unexperienced Chaos Fleet commander, learning the craft on the job. And what's gonna happen? I'm thinking, okay, maybe this turn I can just cripple this guy and then maybe fly out. But again, Nova Cannon shot on this guy scatters, but scatters only 2 centimeters, so it hits. And now I need to brace with all of my ships. And he shoots, and as you can see, yeah, I'm losing shields. All of my ships are now braced. And now the Blood Angels will shoot me in the behind. And I think it is not GG, but it's looking kind of grim. Again, I rolled a bit poorly, and we played some of the rules a bit wrong, like with the solar flares. But it's also like my own mistake, because like you shouldn't get maybe a fleet in the back of your fleet, and so everything is braced now. They are kind of safe, but yeah. So again, I'm burning on the Magnus. It is turn 6, and now I'm just moving, and I'm thinking, okay, what are my options here? All my ships are braced. I might can put a few wounds on that guy, but I'm thinking, because this guy has skilled engineers and already lost a couple of wounds, I think, okay, let's disengage with this ship. So I'm rolling for morale, but you get +3 within, I think, 15 centimeters, because there's this terrain piece, and then I got a bunch of other terrain pieces, +1, +1, +1. I don't know if there's a cap. And then there's an enemy within, but he's not within 15 centimeters, I think. And so everything else then I can fail only on a 11 and a 12, and I think I make it. I roll successfully, and so I disengage. Then I'm thinking, okay, what else am I doing? Then I disengage with my sticks, because I'm playing the campaign and I'm thinking about the long run. And then I'm disengaging also with my Hades. And so I take the loss before anything gets crippled. And from now on, I lost the game. And I will claim my planetary defenses and also the planet. But at the end of the game, we will find out that Admech had a few points too many on the table. So I was fighting a fleet of 1,100 and 600 points against my fleet that had 910. Again, the enemy had 1,160 points on the table and I had 910, and I should have had 70 more. So something went wrong, but we still count the game because it was fun and we enjoyed it also a lot. As you can see, he's shooting the space station, and now the planetary defenses are breaking. This time the good guys maybe cheated a bit, but unknowingly, so there's no harm in that. And the chaos lost the battle. And what is here? So yeah, Thunderhawk gunships, that's how they play. But the cool thing, now it's the after battle, or how do you call it? Yeah, after the battle, now we're rolling. You can also either roll for higher leaderships or for crew skill, and you have to roll on your morale, and if you go above it, they failed, so they learn something new, and you can either upgrade your leadership or you can roll on the crew table. And I would say it's maybe good to roll on the crew table, because then your ship get perks. As you can see, disciplined crew, 1 reroll failed, reroll for leadership or command, and this is good. And so I can now try to stack a few crew skills, and then once I have great crew skills, I will upgrade the leadership, and that's really good. And the Eye of X, I don't know what the Eye of X gets. I don't know. I think I don't get anything with this one. And this one also has leadership 8, and they already had the skilled engineers. As you can see, burn retros and all I had full gets 3 dices, and you can discard the highest. Wait again for all I had full, yeah. And then I have also disciplined crew right here. I can reroll 1 for the ship for failed leadership or command. This is really good, but this ship is now in repair, and next time it will not be there. So that was the battle report. I enjoyed the game very much. I hope you could take something useful from this game. Yes, mistakes were made. Still, it was a beautiful game with great experiences. It looked great, it felt great. I would say Battlefleet Gothic is a really cool game. These markers I think we printed out on a plastic sheet, and then we cut them out, and yeah, it was a tons of fun. I hope we see us in the next game, and let me know what you think we see us.